Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Let me show you guys what I am up to. My name is Tracy, and I am a member of 5 Dinners 1 Hour Prep Ahead Meal Plan System. And I'm going to show you, I actually think with this cutting board, you're not going to be able to see as much as I would like you to see. So I'm going to switch cutting boards while we're chatting here. So I just want to tell you that it's super easy to prep 5 dinners with 5 dinners in 1 hour in less than an hour. It's so easy. So let me move this cutting board out of the way really fast so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Oh, we're just going to switch to a smaller one. There we go. Hello. So as you're hopping on, let me know where you're joining me from. Say hello. Make sure you're following 5 Dinners 1 Hour on TikTok. So see, you're going to be able to see better if I do this. Make sure you're following us on 5 Dinners 1 Hour on TikTok. We've recently reached 1 million followers, which is really exciting. Would love to help keep seeing that number go up and up and up. Hello in Indiana. Hello in England. Thank you guys so much for joining me. 5 Dinners 1 Hour is a prep ahead meal plan system. And and what it says is exactly what you can do. You can prep 5 meals for your family in an hour or less. And that includes getting everything out and cleaning everything up. Pardon me. You don't really need anything special to prep your meals. I'm going to show you what I like to pull out. A cutting board, a can opener. I actually only have 1 can, which is going to be used in my first recipe today. A knife, some measuring cups and spoons, liquid measure if you're going to need it. I don't need any liquid measure today. I don't think I need dry measuring cups either, but I grabbed them out of habit. And then I also like to have a couple of kitchen towels with me because I make messes and I like to be able to clean them up. And then I like to have the trash can right next to me, or you can put like a trash bowl on your counter or whatever works for you. But it's really easy to prep 5 meals in under an hour for your family. Do you have to live in hello from Florida. Do you have to live in the States to join the program? No, we actually have a lot of members from the UK. I think some from Australia as well. So no, you don't. Now, 5 Dinners 1 Hour has a coupon code right now, 10 off 10OFF. So please, a couple of people, can you pop that in the comments so people can keep seeing it? The code is 10 off 10OFF. Hi in Colorado Springs. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm in Arizona. It's hot here. What's the weather like where you guys are from? Mary Bridget, thank you so much for posting that. Appreciate it. Hi, are these all oven dinners? Fantastic question. No. There's oven, there's grill, there's broiler, there's slow cooker, skillet. If there's a cooking method you can think of, we've got recipes for that, so you can pick what you would like. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. You've been doing this for 4 months now. Awesome system. You'll be prepping later today. Yay, Lindsay. It's humid in the UK today. You're due some storms. Well, I hope you get some nice storms and that humidity rolls past you. You know, it's like the storm is the release from the humidity, I hope. It's raining in Indiana where you are. That's nice. I'm jealous. It's cold in San Francisco. Oh, I love San Francisco. Love it, love it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on my first meal. My first meal is chicken satay and broccoli unkebabs. It's a classic meal. I have it set for a serving size of 3. We are a family of 3, but sometimes I change my serving sizes on my meals for different reasons. And you'll see me do that later on. But my first 2 meals are each set at a serving size of 3. You can adjust it by recipe as to what serving size you need. So chicken satay and broccoli unkebabs is from our classic plan. This is one of our April recipes. And if you join today, you will get this recipe. Because as soon as you always have access to 3 months worth of recipes. So even though it's June, you can still see April and May recipes. So as soon as you join, you get access to 60 recipes. You just joined last night. And the website is confusing, then you need to log in and go to that button right at the very top. It's a bright red button and it says video tutorials. There's a couple tutorials. They're only a couple minutes long and they will make sure that you understand everything. It's fantastic. Hi, Renee. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, so we're gonna do the chicken satay and broccoli unkebabs. So I've got a couple of things I've done before I came live. I've washed my vegetables and I've put my meats in bags. That's it. Okay, so here I've got my chicken tenderloins, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of my ingredients going. Now I like to put my ingredients in a bin for each recipe. It's just how I like to do it. You don't have to do it that way. I just find it convenient, and then I don't miss any any ingredients. Is this a cookbook? No, this is a prep ahead meal plan system, and so it's fully customizable. It's on a website, and you can gain membership access to the website, and then you can adjust your meals however you want. It creates a grocery list for you, all the things. It's fantastic. I've been doing this for about 7 years now. Tell you what, it has been a game changer for my family. In time, I always stick my recyclables behind me. In time and money savings. Oh my goodness. This is coconut milk, and I'm just giving it a quick stir because it's all kind of settled at the top, and I want to mix it together. You're starting to feel like you never see a vegetarian week, or it's not possible on the plan. Well, what you're seeing is what people are preparing for their families. My family is not vegetarian. I do vegetarian meals from time to time, but I am not fully vegetarian. So sometimes I add a vegetarian meal. Generally, most weeks I add a vegetarian meal. This week I'm not. But we do not have a strictly vegetarian plan. It is possible to do meatless meals. It is possible to swap out your proteins. It's possible to do all that, but there is not a specifically vegetarian plan. Yes, there is a section for freezer meals if you want to do that. Okay. All right, all right, I'm going to go ahead and put, so like this one, the chicken satay and broccoli unkebabs, if you wanted to do this with tofu instead of chicken, you could totally do that, or with chickpeas, or whatever your protein that you would like. Instead of doing the chicken, do the tofu. Everything I'm using today is thawed, but you can prep frozen if you want to, and I'm gonna show you a little bit later. So I'm gonna put in some of my coconut milk here. Now, this recipe is not going to call for my whole can of coconut milk, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze the rest of it, and then I'll have it for the next time I need coconut milk in a recipe. All right. And then we are going to start measuring some more of our seasonings. What's the price of the plan? Due with baby number 4 soon, and you need anything to make life easier. First of all, congratulations on baby number 4. That's very exciting. So you're gonna wanna use the code 10OFF, 10OFF, to save $10 on the plan. And it comes to about, with that code, it's gonna come to $26 to get the classic or the clean eating, right? And so what you're gonna wanna do, so that's less than $10 a month because it's for quarterly. It's $26, one $26 payment for 3 months, right? And it's about $2 a week, a little more, like what, $2.02 a week or something to make that up. So you definitely save more than that in time, sanity, and definitely savings at the grocery store because it creates a grocery list for you. You think you meal prep too many meals and don't want them to go to waste. How long do they last? That depends on your protein. You need to take note of your protein of the used by sell by date. The sell by or use by date, some have different dates on them, on your protein, and make note of that, and that's when you need to eat them by. Otherwise, I would look into freezing them. Do I just stick these in my fridge all week and I'm ready to cook? Yes. Yeah. So here, let me continue with this recipe and keep those questions coming. They're fantastic. I am loving it. I don't measure everything, but some things I measure, and fish sauce is one of those things that I measure. So I'm getting my ingredients ready in here. Okay. Yes, it's not good practice to freeze thaw meat, correct. Okay. And then I'm gonna set this behind me because he's big and he gets in the way. Okay. And then curry powder. Anyone else love the smell of curry powder? I just love curry powder. I think curry powder is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so this was my first step, was to get all my chicken all ready and marinated. And then all we have to do is zip it, get it all smushed together, right? Oh no. Get it all, my bag did not seal. Hold on, we're gonna fix that, and I'm gonna grab another cutting board. Well, that's real life, folks. Generally that doesn't happen, but apparently I have a faulty bag here. Get the air out. We're gonna go slow on this. Yeah, this bag is not working. Let me grab another bag. Oh, man. Best intentions, right? So we're just gonna do this. Get it in there. There we go. All right, now it's sealed. That's life, right? That is real life. Okay, I'm gonna set this cutting board aside, give my hands a quick wash, and I will be right back. Sorry guys, sorry for the delay, but you know, occasionally we have a zip top bag failure and life happens and you gotta clean up. All right, let's do that again. Here's another cutting board. Take two. Real mom making real food for her real family. So that's just how it goes. Okay, so here we've got the chicken portion of our chicken satay and broccoli on kebabs ready to go. Now we're gonna do the broccoli portion. Where are my cutting boards from? I have cutting boards from multiple different places. This one's from Pampered Chef. The wood one that I was gonna use in the beginning is a booze board. So I just get cutting boards I like from different places. Okay, so we're gonna get our broccoli in here, hence the chicken satay and broccoli on kebabs. Get that going. All right. And never fear, this is not going to waste. I'm actually using it in another recipe later on. We're gonna go ahead and get some olive oil going in there and salt and pepper. You brought some reusable bags special for this program. That's awesome. And now I'm glad that you brought that up. You can prep into anything you would like to prep into. Sometimes I prep into reusable bags and containers. Sometimes I prep into disposable bags. It just depends on what I need things for. And today I wanted to show you all disposable bags because I've heard from a lot of people when I'm prepping into reusable bags and reusable containers that they don't have the fridge space. And I always say you can always prep into disposable bags. And I just want to make sure that people can see just how easy it is to do that. So anyway, I'm just going to give that a quick mix up so all of my seasonings get on there. And then I'm going to take the air out by rolling it down on itself and seal it up. And here we go. Here's our chicken satay and broccoli on kebabs. Chicken is double bagged, but we get how that happened. Ready to go for my meal. That's meal number one for me. Now, if I had to purchase everything that I needed for that recipe, it would have cost me $12.81 or $4.27 per person per serving size of 3, right? On this one. Pardon me. But I did not. 5 Dinners 1 Hour teaches us to shop our fridge, our freezer, and our pantry. And so what I do is if I buy ingredients, say I had to buy a container of pepper today, I would have added the price of that pepper into my first meal, the first meal I needed it in, and then the pepper is free to me the rest of the time, right? So I used up what I have on hand. And so this entire meal, the chicken satay and broccoli unkebabs, cost my family $2.69. 89 cents per person per serving for a delicious sheet pan meal. And we're gonna serve that with the broccoli that's gonna get cooked with it, and we're also gonna serve that with some rice. Okay, tons and tons of things going by. I'm glad you guys are chatting. I can't see it all, but that's okay because that's how it goes. But thank you for being kind and answering each other's questions. I'm gonna thank you in advance for being kind. I hope you're being kind. All right. Okay, so next up, we're doing sheet pan pork bites. So we've got our sheet pan pork bites. So I've got my pork right here. And like I said, I put all of my meats in bags ahead of time. Now again, 5 dinners, 1 hour, 10 off. So you can save $10 with the code 10 off. Someone pop that 10 off up again for me, please. How much does the membership cost? Thank you for asking. So you can save $10 with the code 10 off, 10OFF, if a couple people can pop those up for me. It's with that code, it's $26 for the classic or the clean eating plan. $26. So it's about $2 a week, 2 to 3. It's less than 3, but you know, right in there. So that $26 gets you 3-month membership. And as soon as, so you're actually getting 5 months worth of recipes for that $3. Or that $26, sorry, because as soon as you join today, you're also getting April recipes and May recipes. And if you can't make up your mind, do you want the classic, do you want the clean eating, you can always get the combo. You can also use that coupon code, that 10 off coupon code on the combo plan, and that's gonna give you 120 recipes, right? So you're gonna have your 60 classic recipes, your 60 clean eating recipes, plus you get new recipes every single month, right? And also with the combo plan, they're gonna give you 170 cold lunch recipes, which are stellar, super amazing. It's doable for you, fantastic. What is holding up my bags? These are called, very fancy name, baggie holders. You can find them on Amazon, they're fabulous. Also the lunch, right? The lunch is amazing. So let's get these sheet pan pork bites going. So we've got our pork in here, and then we're gonna cut up some veggies. So, and then again, I washed all of my veggies before I came live. Now, I'm cutting a bell pepper. If you have never cut a bell pepper this way, I'm telling you, game changer. I never cut it down the middle. I always cut it in strips along the side, and then it keeps the seeds and membranes with the pepper. And I've got a little extra pepper over here that I didn't get to. I was a little too cautious, so I'll cut him off and use him. But love that, right? Then I don't have a mess all over. Because as much as I love bell peppers, I hate chasing the seeds. So this sheet pan pork bites is from our clean eating menu. And it is a June recipe, so another recipe that you would get right away if you join today. And this one I have also set for a serving size of 3. Again, I have a family of 3, but sometimes I up my serving sizes if we're gonna be having company, if I wanna stick something in the freezer. I'm gonna show you all the examples of everything because I need everything this week. I need to do it all the different ways. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my zucchini. Now right now, you can get so much zucchini from friends. So if you have friends that garden, hit them up for zucchini. They will be happy to give it to you because they have zucchini coming out of their ears. At least in my area. It's like January, February with citrus around here. Okay, let me get that in there. All these lovely vegetables. You're a Tracy spelled the same way? That's so exciting. That doesn't happen very often. I love that. That is exciting. I can tell you're excited about it. Okay, so here we go. We've got these 3 things ready to go in our bag. So, and this gives me step-by-step cooking instructions. It's so easy. Are you ready? Here was my first instruction. Cut first 3 ingredients into bite-sized pieces and add to a large zipper bag. I used a half-gallon bag because it's only a serving size of 3, and so I knew that was all the space I would need. But if I was doing a larger serving, I would use a larger bag. And again, you can always prep into a container if that's what you would prefer. You do what's best for you and best for your family. You don't have to run out and buy a bunch of stuff. You can just have a box of zip top bags. You know, whatever is best for your family at the time. Okay, so, and then my next instruction is to add the remaining ingredients to a small bowl and mix well. Okay, I'm just gonna do it in a mason jar. Okay, and we're gonna get my ingredients in here. Okay. Do I keep veggies in the fridge until using and then freeze? No, you can, I keep everything in the fridge unless it's something I'm not gonna get to or something I'm intentionally prepping for my freezer. Everything goes in my fridge and I just note my use by sell by dates on my meat. And yeah, that's it. Okay, now this recipe calls for dried rosemary. I have a rosemary bush. And so whenever a recipe calls, you can make substitutions, right? Whenever a recipe calls for dried rosemary, I always use fresh rosemary because I have 2 rosemary bushes actually. Now, but one thing to keep in mind is if a recipe calls for a dry herb and you use a fresh herb, you need about 3 times more because dried herbs are far more potent than fresh herbs. So I'm putting in, it looks like I'm putting in a ton of rosemary, but it's because it's fresh rosemary and not dried rosemary. So just interesting bit of information, interesting tidbit if you did not know that. And then we're gonna put our garlic in here. Okay. And salt and pepper. You're debating on signing up, but your kids are extremely picky eaters. We hear that a ton. And here's the thing. Everything is modifiable. You can do what you know your kids will like, and you'll see me make some modifications. There's a recipe later that calls for carrots, and I do not really me, not my family, I do not particularly love, and they're gonna get roasted in the oven. I don't love cooked carrots. I like them raw, I don't love them cooked. So I'm gonna sub it out for a zucchini, because I like that. You can make switches however you want to. Oh, yours are very picky and they love the variety. Fantastic, you can get the bag holders on Amazon. Now, I should have kept this in my baggie holder, but I didn't, but it's okay. So now the instructions tell us to pour most of the sauce over this mixture, but to reserve a small amount, which I'm going to do, to season my cauliflower rice on cooking day. So isn't that nice? They tell us everything. So we're gonna toss this around. Now do not take all of the air out of your bag before you do your first toss, right? Because you want all of the marinade and seasonings to disperse properly. Then take your air out and shut it so everything stays seasoned. So we've got our sheet pan pork bites ready to go with peppers and zucchini in here already. And we're gonna serve this with cauliflower rice, and we've got a little bit of our sauce to go over our cauliflower rice when we serve it. So there we go. Okay, 2 meals down. Took us a little bit longer because we did have that mishap in the beginning and I had to kind of change things out. But generally I can get these done in 10 minutes or less, no problem. And I'm talking a ton through the whole thing. We'll catch up though here. All right, so next up we've got slow cooker sweet chili chicken legs. So for our slow cooker sweet chili chicken legs, we're gonna, oh, and I didn't tell you. So on the sheet pan pork bites, if I had to purchase everything, that meal for my family for a serving size of 3 would have cost $8.75, $2.91 per person per serving. I had a lot of stuff on hand, so it only cost me $2.41, 80 cents per person per serving for this, and that includes my sides, includes my cauliflower rice that I'm gonna serve this with, and it's already mixed up with a bunch of veggies too. Very excited about that one. Love a meal that I can get for under $1 a serving. Love, love, love it. So, slow cooker sweet chili chicken legs. I pulled these chicken legs, or that's what we're gonna call them because it's what I thought they were, and that's how I had labeled them in my freezer. I had them vacuum sealed in my freezer and labeled as chicken legs. They are not their thighs. So I have a lot of food. So I'm actually gonna set this, originally this was gonna be a serving size of 3, but I'm gonna double my seasonings and make it a serving size of 6 because it's a lot of thighs. And we'll just have it once for dinner, and then we'll have leftovers for lunch the next day, which will be great. And it's very easy to do that, and since I already have all of the ingredients, it's totally fine. So the slow cooker sweet chili chicken legs, this is also off of our clean eating plan. It's served with roasted broccoli and rice. And here are my assembly instructions. Add first 6 ingredients to a large zipper bag, zip to seal and squish around to mix. Okay? So we've already got our chicken legs, so that's ingredient 1. Okay. And then, told you I always measure fish sauce. Other things I measure with my heart, fish sauce is not one of them. Okay. All right. And a little bit of honey. All right, so yeah, fish sauce can be very strong. Exactly. That is exactly why I measure that one. There are certain ingredients that I measure. I measure fish sauce, I measure cayenne pepper, and I measure chili powder. Otherwise, I kind of just go with it. But those 3 things, I'm like, nope. we're gonna keep it to the letter. What is fish sauce? It's a seasoning for some different Asian inspired recipes. It actually adds a really great flavor to things, but it can be super duper pungent. So you just want to be careful with it. And I definitely follow. Guys, I just had another bag failure. What is my deal today with bag failures? Holy cow. Okay, so this calls for fresh ginger. Fun fact, you can freeze ginger. So you get your knob of ginger from the store. I got that knob of ginger, months ago at this point. And you just stick it in the freezer, and I pull it out and grate the ginger I need right when I need it. And I am ready to go. So that knob of ginger cost me 88 cents multiple months ago. And I use it probably in a recipe every single week because lately I've been picking recipes that have ginger in them because that's what we've been in the mood for. But there's such a great variety and so then you just zip this back up and pop it right back in the freezer. I'm gonna need to put it in a new bag though. So I'm gonna set it behind me because I know I need to do a little work to it. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to add some garlic. So all I did was count down my first 6 ingredients and put them in my bag. Okay, and then it says zip to seal, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna zip it, and then I'm gonna squish it around so that the seasoning gets all over everybody. Everybody can marinate and be happy and joyful and delicious. And then I'm just gonna let a little bit of the air out. Open it slightly, roll it down on itself to let a little bit of the air out. And boom, here's step 1 of the sheet pan chili legs. Now, next up is going to be the broccoli that goes with it. So I told you I was gonna use the rest of this broccoli. I'll get the rest of my broccoli in there. Go in, go in, go in. Oh, 1 broccoli floret down, but I will rescue it. No broccoli will go uneaten in this house. All right, and then we are gonna add our seasonings to the broccoli, get some garlic in here, get some salt and pepper. Now it says salt and pepper to taste on a lot of our recipes. Sometimes it gives you exact measurements of what you need, but it oftentimes says salt and pepper to taste. And so if you feel like your food is not seasoned enough or anything like that, you probably did not add enough salt and pepper. So I like to make sure that you can see the salt and pepper going in, because especially if you are used to eating out or fast food and things like that, there's so much more salt in there than you realize. And so you want to start like training your family to enjoy, oh, I forgot the olive oil, to enjoy other things. I don't peel the ginger before freezing it. You can, but you don't have to. But you can still take a spoon and just get that peel off. And it's great. Okay, so there's my seasoned broccoli. So now, told you I'd catch back up. I've got my slow cooker sweet chili chicken legs. This is set to a serving size of 6. And so this, if I had to purchase everything, would have cost me $11.71, which is $1.95 per person per serving for a serving size of 6. I didn't, I had a lot of things already on hand. I told you I pulled the chicken out of the freezer, realized it was a lot more chicken than I thought it was, and that's why I ended up doing a serving size of 6 instead. So it cost me $3.17, which is 52 cents per person per serving. So I've got 3 meals done for you already. We've got the chicken satay and broccoli kebabs, the sheet pan pork bites, and the sweet chili chicken legs with broccoli. Now we're serving this with the roasted broccoli, and we're also serving this with some rice. You can do rice however you'd like. It calls for frozen rice, so you can use that, or if you make your own rice, put it in the freezer, or I like to make rice in the Instant Pot, or you want to do those pre-done little cups that you stick in the microwave. You do you. You do it the best way that works for you, but your sides and everything are included. You always miss me meal prepping. Well, I'm here, and I just finished meal 3, so you're getting ready to watch me make 2 more meals. So thank you so much for hopping on. So yes, so the slow cooker sweet chili chicken legs was on our clean eating plan. And next up, I'm going to make the sheet pan smoked sausage veggie hash. So let me get this. And I'm running out of room here because I got a lot of food going on. So here, we're gonna set this in front of me right here. And then I am going to I only have so many of my baggie holders. So I could only get my first 3 in there to start. But here we go. I'm gonna be making the smoked sausage and veggie hash. And do you see this down here? 6/23. This is the month that I'm making it. Why did I put that on there? Because, and I always label your bags, also put the sell by, use by dates of your meats on your bags. But why did I put the date I made it on there? Because this one is going in the freezer. I would love to have this meal as a freezer backup. I'm working on restocking my freezer. I was ill for a couple of weeks. And so we went through a lot of our freezer meals, and now I'm restocking them by just adding an extra meal or 2, doubling up a meal or 2 when I'm prepping. You did this years ago and you need to do it again. So tired of cooking dinner every night for 52 years. Okay, I've only been cooking dinner every night for 22 years, but I get that. I get that. So I can only imagine after 52 years how tired you are and thinking, I need to feed these people again, whether it's just you or your family or what it is. So be sure to use that code 10OFF, 10OFF, to save $10 off of the plan right now. You can get the classic or the clean eating for $26 with that code 10OFF, 10OFF, and that's gonna give you 60 recipes in the classic or 60 recipes in the clean eating, whatever you'd like. Or if you can't make up your mind and want to do the combo, which is what I do, you saw my first recipe was a classic. My second 2 recipes were both clean eating. This one's also going to be a clean eating, and then my last recipe is another classic. I like to do the variety. If you like a variety and want that, highly recommend the combo. Also, with the combo, they're going to give you 170 cold lunch recipes, which those things are gold, especially during summer. If you want lunches for work, if you have kids at home and they're trying to eat you out of house and home, you can have lunches prepped and be like, this is what you get, you know, all of the things. Super duper handy. Glad you're feeling better. You need to do this for your family and spend like $200 and hardly get anything. I totally understand that. Before I started this program 7 years ago, I spent $150 a week on groceries and I had stuff go bad. And now I spend $75 a week. 7 years later, I spend $75 a week on groceries. What? I know, it's crazy. So that is my family's grocery budget. I spend $75. I will tell you all this, I don't care. Because it's important that you know how much I'm saving. And we would still eat out when I was spending $150 a week because I was tired or I didn't have a plan or something got forgotten or, you know, whatever, right? So so I was spending $150 a week then. Now I'm spending $75 a week at the grocery store, and I do also do $150 a month at Costco. So my total grocery budget for a month is $450 for my family of 3, and that includes everything. That's not just my dinners, that's my breakfast, that's my lunches, that's my snack, that's my household items. If I need dishwasher tabs and paper towels that week, that's coming out of it. And I'm telling you what, my kid went to Costco with me the other week, and she asked what the budget was, and I told her, and then she's like, she had such a realization of how much stuff costs, because she was like, Mom, we've already spent $35 and we've only gotten like the fruits and veggies that we eat as snacks. I said, I know. And she's like, but, and I was like, it'll be okay. It'll all work out. She's like, okay. And then she's walking around. She's like, okay, we're doing good. We're doing great on our budget. $150, remember? And then I was like, oh, but wait, we have to get paper towels this week. It's time for paper towels. And she goes, okay. And then we walk over to the paper towels, and she sees that a Costco size pack of paper towels is $25 in my area. And she goes, I need to use more reusable towels. I said, that would be awesome. But it's nice getting them in there and having them understand what things cost and whatnot. So speaking of, can I explain how this works? You've only seen one live and it was at the end. Absolutely. So 5 Dinners 1 Hour is a prep ahead meal plan system. My name is Tracie. I've been a member of 5 Dinners 1 Hour for about 7 years now. And I am saving so much time and so much money with my family, like you have no idea. You have no idea. So what happens is you get access to our website. You join and you get access to our website, and you have access to 3 months worth of meals at the time. You get new meals every single month. We have a classic plan or a clean eating plan, or if you can't make up your mind, you can do the combo and get those cold lunch recipes I was just talking about as well, which is awesome. And you pick your menu. You adjust your serving size. You do all of that. Now, when you go sign up, make sure that you do 2 things for me. 1, you enter the code 10OFF, 10OFF, so you can save $10 because I want everybody saving some cash, right? We want to do that. 2, I want you to make note of the email address you use to sign up and the password you set up when you sign up, because as soon as you're done paying, you can go and log into the site and you have instant access to everything. And so what it does is I get to prep as many or as few meals as I would like every single week for my family, and then I have them ready to go, and then when it's dinner time, I don't have to worry about it. I'm making my mess right now. I'm not gonna have this mess to clean up later. Hold on. I'm not gonna have a mess to clean up throughout the week, because during the week, and I'm gonna show you all of my dirty dishes minus the one cutting board situation that we'll talk about. I'm gonna show you all of my dirty dishes. You're gonna see all I have to clean up tonight and what I have to do. I'm gonna show you how I do that. I'll walk you through everything. But you're gonna see that on cook night, all you have to wash is the dish you cooked in and the plates you ate off of. And if you're not even feeling that, girl, use paper plates. Like paper plates and plastic forks, no one's judging here. You do what's best for you and what's best for your family, but it's about getting a nice meal on the table for your family, not having to go through the drive-thru because you don't have another plan. It's gonna save you time, it's gonna save you money, it's gonna save you sanity, I promise. The bag stands come from Amazon. Okay, so I am making the sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash, and I am making 1 for this week and 1 for my freezer. And you can do that. You can set your serving to any serving size you would like. It generates a grocery list for you. It is fantastic. So I'm gonna keep cutting up my veggies that are gonna go in here. Yeah, do it for as many days as you would like to do it for. Whatever is best for you. There have been some weeks where I have prepped 3 meals, because that was just all the time that I had that week. I was like, but if I can at least get 3 meals prepped, then I know I'm good for the next couple of days, and I don't have to worry about it, and my family's gonna be fed, and it's all gonna be great. And so then when I have more time, then I prep more meals. Like, you do you. You do what is going to work best for you and your family, and that can change from week to week. Oh yes, you need a grocery list. Exactly. It generates the grocery list for you. The grocery list is divided by where you find things in the store. Honestly, it's fantastic. And it's grouped together. It is a comprehensive grocery list. So it's not like if you're on Pinterest, right? And you're like, oh, I found this recipe and I found that recipe, and it's not necessarily for the serving sizes you need. Then you print them off and you're like, okay, and then you still have to make a grocery list, but you have to combine them all together, and it's like, I need onion for this and I need onion for that, but how many onions do I really need or whatnot? No, no, no. It takes all of the guesswork, all of the thinking out of it for you. It does all of that for you, which is amazing. Plus, you can adjust it by recipe to the serving size that is best for your family that week. And again, this recipe, we are a family of 3, but I need more. I am doing more this week because I'm stocking up my freezer, right? So I have set my first 2 recipes were a serving size of 3, and my last 3 recipes are set to a serving size of 6. All right. What are some of my favorite recipes that are currently on plan? Some of my favorite recipes, the sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash. This is an April recipe. I do love this one. I'm not gonna lie, I actually love this one for breakfast because I love a savory breakfast. You can like roast this up, throw an egg over it, or don't, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's also great as a dinner meal, as intended, but I don't know, I just dig it. I dig it in the morning for breakfast. So, so this one is one of my favorites. There is a Chinese chicken salad that is on the classic plan right now. That is one of my favorites. The beef bulgogi bowls. I think they're on classic. I don't remember if they're on classic or clean eating. That is one of my favorites right now. Slow cooker French onion pork chops. Love that one. Those are some good ones. But you can save your favorite recipes too. So I have some favorites that are not on there as well that are family go-tos that we do every so often, like Italian baked bow ties, Tex-Mex roll-ups. Those are ones that we like to do a lot as well. So if you are not following us, be sure that you are following us because we appreciate followers. The sticky chicken tenders are so good. I haven't made that one yet, and I almost did it this week, but I picked the sweet chili chicken legs instead. What are they called? Slow cooker sweet chili chicken legs. I picked those instead. I went back and forth between the 2, and that's the one I ended up buying. Or adding to my menu. I didn't buy it. I already have it. Added it to my menu. Okay, so let's get my asparagus over here. So, fun fact about asparagus, if you hold it on both ends, wherever it naturally breaks, that's the woody end you don't want. So I am going to go ahead and get my knife. And I am going to cut off my woody ends, and we're gonna get rid of those. If you make your own stock, save those, make stock with them. But I am going to cut my asparagus into bite-sized pieces. Come back here, a little piece of asparagus. Okay, and then I am going to add half to each bag. There we go. And again, it's not taking me really any longer to make this recipe twice, once for the fridge and once for the freezer, than just making it once, right? I mean, I had to cut an extra half an onion, no big deal. Okay, and then this recipe, this is where I'm talking about like picky eaters and things like that. This recipe calls for frozen chopped carrots, which is great, except I don't like cooked carrots. Ugh. Not a fan. I do sometimes make them for my family, but I'm like, nope, this week is all about me, and I am gonna sub out a fresh zucchini for the frozen chopped carrots. And I'm gonna just take an extra second. Now, it would be faster to use the frozen chopped carrots because I literally open the bag and dump half of it into one of my bags and half of it into the other of my bags, but that didn't take me very long, and I will be much happier with zucchini instead of carrots in this dish. So you can absolutely adjust it however you want. Yeah, were people asking about cooking methods? We've got slow cookers, we've got baking, we've got sheet pan, we've got broiler meals, we've got grill meals, there's skillet meals, there is anything you can think of. So 26 bucks gets you a membership for 3 months. If you use the code 10OFF, 10OFF, you definitely want to use that code 10OFF for sure for the classic or the clean eating. Or if you can't make up your mind and you want both, you go for the family combo. And with the family combo, they're also going to give you 170 cold lunch recipes. You guys, it's amazing. It's amazing. So, all right, I've got all my veggies in there. So, here are my step-by-step instructions for this. Chop woody ends off asparagus, cut into smaller pieces. Slice onion and sausage, add to bag along with remaining ingredients. So we've got all of our veg in there and our sausages in there. I used a turkey kielbasa because that is what I prefer. We are gonna add in our frozen hash browns. You guys, this is like the greatest shortcut in all of the grocery store. These frozen hash browns, I am telling you. Greatest shortcut in all of the grocery store. And then we are gonna add our seasonings. Come back. I'm gonna need to buy some garlic next week. That's for sure, because I think I'm just about doing it in here. Okay, well, this is going on the grocery list. So remember how I told you when I have to buy items, I account for them when I buy them, and then after that, they are free to me. So I no longer have free garlic. I had free garlic this week, but next week, I'm going to have to pay for garlic. And that's okay, that's how it goes. So next week, you'll see that I add an additional, I think that's like $5.80 or something like that for that garlic that I use. And, or if I have to buy a bottle of olive oil or whatever it is that I have to buy that week. But that's how I keep my grocery costs low. It's by using the things that I have already on hand, not having to buy anything. And I'm telling you what, I am saving so much money not going through a drive-thru. When was the last time you ate out, drive-through a restaurant, whatever? How many people and what did it cost you? I've got two really good, pretty recent examples. One is like 2 months ago or so. We went to Chipotle, and with my husband, my daughter, and I, so 3 of us. She got a burrito. My husband and I got burrito bowls. Honestly, I don't know if there's a difference in cost between those two things, but I'm telling you exactly what we had. And we each had a medium drink, okay? Cost us $51. $51. Insane. You had McDonald's today and it was $35. I missed how many people? Yesterday, 3 of you around $40. Like, it's insane. Oh, can you do it in the UK? Yes, you can. We have members from the UK. You can absolutely do that. I'm just gonna go give this a good toss. So all of my oil and seasonings gets in there, and I'm gonna release this guy as well. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna just let the air out. All right. So y'all can, oh, that was a really big bowl. There we go. So now I've got my sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash, serving size of 6. Each is a serving size of 3. I've got 1 for the fridge and 1 for the freezer, ready to go. And it took me like no time to be able to do that. So last up, my 5th recipe that I'm gonna make is going to be the slow cooked Mississippi pot roast. And I'm gonna show you, I am not putting, ordinarily you would put this in with your roast. I'm not putting this with my roast because my roast is still frozen. I'm gonna show it to you though. So you can see, I have a giant roast. We purchased from a friend that raises beef. We purchased half of a steer a while back. And so I'm using a roast from our steer. And I've got it bagged up so it doesn't leak because it's been thawing in the fridge. But look at how huge my roast is. This is a big puppy. So obviously for my family of 3, that's way more food than we need. But I'm gonna do this whole roast as a Mississippi, slow cooked Mississippi pot roast, which we love. It's one of our favorite ways to have roast. I'm gonna do that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the leftovers. We'll definitely eat it for dinner. We'll probably eat it for lunch as well, one or 2 days, because we do really enjoy it. And then I am going to save into portion size, dinner size portion for our family into zip top bags, and I'm gonna freeze them flat and then have them in my freezer for quick and easy meals. So this, I'm gonna tell you this is a serving size of 6, but really that's probably a serving size of 12. It's a massive, massive roast. Okay, so I'm gonna get all of the ingredients ready for my roast today, the stuff it would all be marinating in and whatnot. And then it's gonna thaw a couple more days in the fridge. Then I will put everybody all together, right? But here, at least it's super prepped, ready to go. Yep, you can do as many meals or as few as you want. How long does it last in the freezer bags? I mean, I use up my stuff pretty fast, so it's never in there too long. But if you look up on, you can also, sometimes I vacuum seal stuff. Like, you can do it however is best for you. But I'm sure if you look up, the internet can tell you exactly what the appropriate amount of time is for freezing chicken versus freezing pork versus freezing, you know, whatever. I use mine up really quickly though, generally. And it's so handy because I always write notes on my bags, like if there's anything that needs to be added or anything to it, I indicate that on the bag. I indicate the month and the year that it's been done, just so I know when everything's been made and I know whether or not it's still good. And that way, if, like I said, I was ill for a couple of weeks, so we pulled a bunch of stuff out of the freezer. If I have a friend that's had a baby or has, you know, just could use a meal, right? Then I can go ahead and just pop one of those out of the freezer. Hold on, this is solid on me. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. All right, so there we go. Here are all of my seasonings for my roast, which really is probably a serving of like 12, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and get the air out of that. And there we go, that's my 5th meal. I'm gonna put it with my roast as my roast thaws, but my roast is safely thawing in my refrigerator right now. And I'm gonna show you all of my dirty dishes, and I'm gonna show you everything that I've made. I'm gonna tell you what everything costs, all of the things. We're gonna go through it. Remember that coupon code 10OFF10OFF for the classic, well, for any of our plans. But it's gonna take the classic or the clean eating down to $26, which is amazing. All right, here are my dirty dishes. Are you ready? Here are my dirty dishes. Plus that one cutting board from the incident I had a bag explode in the beginning. So I do have an extra cutting board, but that's not normal. Normally I would just have one cutting board. This is it. These are my dirty dishes. That's all that I have to clean up. And I have to wipe my counters down. That's it. This is gonna take me 3 minutes. You know, that's it. That's all I have to do. Okay, and I have a kitchen towel that I wanna wash. Okay, so here are my meals. I made the sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash. This gets served with a side salad, and also it has tons of veg inside here. I made one for the fridge for this week and one for the freezer. So for all of this total, this would have cost me $17.90 if I had to purchase everything. So that's $2.98 per person per serving. And actually I did have to buy everything for this one. I actually didn't have anything for this one. So it cost me $2.98 per person per serving. This was my most expensive meal of the week. But it's exciting because I get it twice. Once going in my freezer. And then I have my slow cooked Mississippi pot roast. And this one, if I had had to purchase everything, would have cost me $20.26, so $3.37 per person per serving. I had everything I needed, so this cost me nothing this week, out of this week's budget. All right. And then next up, I've got the chicken satay and broccoli unkebabs right here. This is set to a serving size of 3. And this was from our classic plan. Would have cost me $12.81 if I had had to purchase everything. I didn't. It cost me $2.69, so it's only costing me 89 cents a serving. Sheet pan pork bites. This is also set to a serving size of 3. $8.75 if I had to purchase everything. $2.91 per person per serving, which is still a way better deal than you're gonna get in a drive-thru, you guys. And it's, look at all that veg and deliciously meat, all of that. This is gonna be served with cauliflower rice along with the veggies that's already in it. This one cost my family $2.41, so 80 cents per person per serving. And here is my slow cooker sweet chili chicken legs, $11.71. This is a serving size of 6. $11.71 if I had to buy everything, so $1.95 per person per serving. I didn't. It only cost me $3.17, so 52 cents per person per serving. So great deal. So all told, if I had had to purchase everything I needed for all of these meals for my family, this is actually 6, well, it's more than 6 meals for my family. It's tons of meals for my family. 5 different recipes that I made. 24 servings, 24 total servings I have in front of me right now. So $71.43 if I had to buy everything. I'm gonna assume that you guys have some stuff on hand. You probably have to buy a few things and you probably have some things on hand. But $71.43, so $2.97 per person per serving. I only spent $26.17 at the grocery store on all of this food this week because I used up what I have. And that cost me $1.09 per person per serving. So you guys, you can't go wrong. Like, you're saving so much money. I save more than that $26 that you'll pay for a quarter. I save more than that every single week. So we've got all of our meals. You can see all of our meals. And then I'm going to show you how easy it is to clean up afterwards, right? I showed you all my dirty dishes already. Let me set my bags aside here. These are all going to go in the fridge except for the one that was made for the freezer, right? That's all gonna go in my fridge. And then I am going to take all of my items that I need. And what I do is, while I'm prepping, remember how I showed you that I do bins for all of my ingredients that I need for each recipe I have in a separate bin. And so then when I'm done with the bin, my first bin goes off to my right, and that gets all of my stuff that goes back in the fridge or freezer, goes in here. And my second bin goes off to my left, and all my stuff that goes back in the pantry goes in there. So I'm just gonna take this to my fridge and freezer, put everything away, take this to my pantry or spice cabinet and put everything away, and it's that easy. It's so easy. And so then if anybody missed my dirty dishes, please keep in mind there's one other cutting board you can't see right now because I already took it to the sink because I had a bag explode on me. But this is it. These are all of my dirty dishes. So I will be totally cleaned up in under 10 minutes, put everything away, kitchen back to normal, food in the fridge, ready to go. You guys, it saves so much time and so much sanity, and I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my Sunday with my family. We're gonna spend some time with my mom. It's gonna be a really good day, and I'm not gonna have to worry about it, and I'm set up for the week. It's gonna be fantastic. So check out 5 Dinners 1 Hour. Make sure that you're following us over on TikTok. Obviously, this is where you're watching this. Make sure that you're following us. I'll bring you guys a little bit closer. If you have any other questions, please let me know so that I can answer those before I take off on you. And yeah, it's gonna be a really good week, a really good week. Be sure to use that code 10OFF, 10OFF, to join any of our plans. There's the classic, there's the clean eating, or there's the family combo. The classic or the clean eating will be $26 with that plan. I believe that the combo comes to $45 with that, which gives you all of the classic, all of the clean eating, and they're also gonna give you 170 cold lunch recipes. 5 quickly that are thanks, Mama Dixon. Please name 5 quickly that are kid-proof. You mean like kid-friendly recipes? Oh, so many kid-friendly recipes. Depends on what your kids like. You know, there's this month, there's a burger, there's French dip sliders, there's a chicken cheddar ranch burger, there's French dip sliders, there's barbecue chicken quesadilla, there's all sorts of different that are really, really quick and easy. There's like a pesto gnocchi that's really good. There's so many. Oh, thanks for watching. You're worried. Oh, almost anything crescent roll. Yes, the Southwest crescents are fantastic. Huge hit with kids, huge hit with families. The brown sugar chicken, the sticky, someone was talking about the sticky chicken. That's another good one. There's so many. There's a maple pork that's really good, like ton. Am I prepping or just answering questions? I just finished prepping and now I'm answering questions. Here are my dirty dishes. And here are the meals I just finished prepping. Ready to go. So, what other questions do y'all have? Sorry, Megan. So do you guys have any other questions? Anything else I can answer? I cannot tell you enough. Definitely go over to 5dinnersonehour.com, 5dinnersonehour.com. Use that code 10OFF, 10OFF, and it's amazing. Do I do this live every week? Most weeks. I do it live most weeks. Renee comes live most weeks. Abby comes live most weeks. Lots of different people. You love 5 Dinners 1 Hour so much. Are there any you would suggest for easy camping meals? Yes, there is a Tex-Mex burger packet going right now that is perfect for camping. There are tons of grill-friendly meals. Yeah, highly recommend. Oh, those Tex-Mex burger packets are so dang good. Are these recorded so you can watch a replay? TikTok doesn't work like that. We might be able to grab some snippets from it and put bits back up, but we can't put back up a full replay. That's just not how it works. You work nights, so this would help. Olivia, it will be fantastic. You just joined and you're now the main cook in the family, but you work 2 jobs. This will help. This will absolutely help, Drea. I think you're going to love it. I really, really do. Please let us know how your first prep goes. Olivia, please let us know how your first prep goes. Like, we want to hear from you guys. We want to know. We want to know what your favorite meals were. We want to know all of those things. Is this a monthly subscription? It's a quarterly subscription. So, so you get 3 months worth of access to the website. But the second you join, you have 3 months worth of recipes. And then, so you'll have April recipes, May recipes, and June recipes when you join, as soon as you log in. And then in at the last day of June, actually, on the last day of June, you get on the last day of the month, you get the new recipes. So then you'll get the July recipe. So now is the perfect time to join because we are, what is today? I can't see. We are the 25th. So now is the perfect time to join because holy cow, you are going to get, April and May and June recipes. And then in a couple more days, you're also going to get the July recipes are going to come on. So now is great. It's like you get bonus recipes this way. You just joined. It looks like it will save you so much money. It will save you a ton of money. Like I said, I used to spend, before doing this 7 years ago, I spent $150 every single week at the grocery store. And that was 7 years ago, right? Think 7 years ago, pre-inflation. A lot of inflation happens over 7 years, right? And now I spend $75 a week at the grocery store. So, and $150 a month at Costco. So my total budget for my family of 3 is $450 for the entire month. Do the other recipes go away? Yes, when you get a new month of recipes, old recipes fall off, but you can go ahead and mark things with a heart that are your very favorite recipes, and you can save them, and as long as you remember, they'll be in your favorites folder and you can access them. Are they healthy meals? Well, that depends on what your interpretation of healthy is. Yes, there are lots and lots of healthy meals, but people look at healthy differently. Some people are really into keto, and that's what's healthy for them. Some people are really into lean meats, super lean meats and veggies, and that's what's really healthy for them. But yes, we have some very, very, very healthy meals. Let's see. I think the only like kind of unhealthy meal I made was the slow cooked Mississippi pot roast, but who doesn't love a pot roast from time to time, right? Yeah. Look at all these vegetables in the sheet pan, sausage and veggie hash. We've got the Thai chili chicken legs with broccoli. I've got the chicken satay and broccoli unkebabs. I've got pork bites with all that veg. And then I've got my Mississippi pot roast, like super excited about all of that. Your meals plus a dessert for 6, 1 night, 9 servings. hold on, was $93. I didn't quite follow that. You spent $93 on one meal? Was that out? Or was that for all of your meals? All of your meals for the week? You don't know how you did this. 2 people spent almost $300 and didn't even get enough for all. I know it's so hard, right? So this is the way to go about it. Are there dessert options? So there's not a specific dessert plan, but they throw member bonuses at us often. And so if you scroll all the way down to the end, there's some member bonuses. There are always some desserts in there. Sometimes there's a cocktail or mocktail. Sometimes there's like a muffin, whatever, they throw that in there. And then plus, once you're a member, there are actually some bundles of like desserts and stuff that you can pick up if you would like to add those. But they're not part of the regular, it's not taking away from your 20 dinners that you're going to get every month. 6 servings plus 9 servings one night, all meals. Okay, I'm with you. Sorry, I didn't read that well the first time. Good job. What are my favorite meals? One of my favorites is the sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash. I actually made one for the fridge and one for the freezer today. Those Southwest crescent rolls are a big hit in my family. We do love the Mississippi pot roast. We're having that this week. The Tex-Mex burger packets, those are spectacular. We love those. I've got this crazy hair right here, you guys. Has that been there the whole time? Nobody said anything? Do I reuse the bags or get a new one each time depending on what it's stored in? If I am using disposable bags, I am throwing out the bags. If I am using reusable bags, I am washing my bags and reusing them. And you do it whatever way is best for you. Sometimes I do in all reusable and in storage containers and reusable bags. I'll show you some of my reusable bags that I like. You know, I like to use these. But then sometimes people are like, but I don't have that much fridge space. So I wanted to show you how you can do it all in disposable bags and it doesn't take up much room and it's really, really easy. So you can do it in containers, you can do it in bags, you can do it in Tupperware, you can do it in however you want, whatever you have on hand. Do not run out and buy a bunch of stuff. You just joined and you're going to meal prep tomorrow. You're so excited to start the journey. Yay, Julie, did you just join this morning? That's fantastic. Is this available in Canada? Yes, 100%. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Oh, you joined yesterday. That's awesome. Can I say the cost? Yes, it is with the coupon code of 10 off, 10OFF. It's going to cost you $26 to join the classic or the clean eating. Or there's also that combo plan if you're interested in getting everything and plus getting those 170 cold lunch recipes. Are the recipes I used posted? These recipes are in the membership area of 5dinnersonehour.com. And every recipe I made today, except for the slow cooked Mississippi pot roast, but this may be on the blog. Every other recipe I made today is on there. Yes, they're all current recipes. You got the combo plan, so excited. That's fantastic. And check out those lunch recipes too. Is it expensive? No, I save more than the quarterly cost of $26. I save more than that every single week in not having waste, only buying the groceries I need. My groceries, this week's budget for my groceries for my dinners cost me $26.17. I have 24 servings for $26.17. It's amazing. The 10 off gets you $10 off, not 10%. It's $10, which is amazing. Oh, that's the one you couldn't find. You have the combo. Yeah. Yep, that one is one of my favorites. So every once in a while, I'll throw in a favorite recipe. Okay, you guys have an it's a fantastic discount, Sarah, right? Fantastic. So definitely use it. Tell your friends, you guys share this with people. Tell other people about 5 Dinners 1 Hour because I'm telling you what, you do not want to, you want to share this. You absolutely want to share this because we all want dinner to be easier. You just signed up for the combo. $56 every 3 months is not bad. It's not bad at all. And again, I save more than that every single week. How do I keep my menus together? Do I keep them in an organized binder? I don't. I recycle. You don't have to print them off. I generally recycle them when I'm done with them, because I, of course, keep notes on mine and stuff like that to give you guys as much information as I possibly can. Most people probably don't go through and write what every single ingredient costs on their recipes. I do that so I can share that information with you. But I generally just recycle them when I'm done, but I always have access. I save my menus inside my 5 Dinners 1 Hour, and so I always have access to them there. Hello in Illinois. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to hop off. I'm going to get my food in the fridge, and I am going to go enjoy the rest of my Sunday. Have a fantastic Sunday, everybody. Bye.